Greetings from my channel. The Stoic monarch. This may sound excessive, but let me ask you this. Women adore it, but 99% of guys don't. How many times have you witnessed a man who appears to have it all, yet still finds it difficult to build meaningful relationships with women? It's not about confidence, money, or appearances. In actuality, the majority of guys totally ignore such subtle, yet effective gestures that have the ability to make them alluring. And now I'm going to share 7 seeker secrets that women secretly desire but hardly ever acknowledge, since they're not the same old dating advice you've heard 100 times. Without making a concerted effort, these subliminal psychological cues, supported by both research and age-old Stoic wisdom, can change how women see you and make you memorable. Consider this. What if you could easily distinguish yourself from 99% of guys by knowing what really makes a woman feel wanted and emotionally connected, rather than by pursuing or proving yourself? What if you could access the subconscious wants that the majority of women are unaware they possess? The fact is that you are at a significant disadvantage if you are unaware of these secrets. You must watch this film through to the conclusion, because failing to do so will prevent you from developing the kind of attraction that keeps her thinking about you long after you've left the room. Once you master the last and most potent secret, you will never view attraction in the same manner. Please do me a favor before we delve in. Click the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications if you're serious about learning these game-changing strategies so you don't miss any of the revelations that will change your life. Let's begin with the secret number. The first secret is the importance of touch over closeness, prioritizing touch power over intimacy. Imagine this. You're out on a date. The dialogue is flowing. She's laughing. And although everything appears to be going smoothly, there's a strange feeling that the connection isn't quite there. Although she is engaged, she is not completely enamored. After dropping her off and sending a follow-up text, you become silent. No answer. What took place? The majority of guys just use words to try to attract women. They believe that having a wonderful discussion is sufficient, but for women, connection is more than just verbal. It's also tactile and emotional, and there's one very underappreciated method to establish that connection. Not in an overbearing or hostile manner, not in an awkward manner, but rather in a subtly significant and purposeful one. A simple, gentle massage prior to intimacy is one of the most underappreciated gestures that women love. It may seem straightforward, but here are some reasons why it's so effective for women. Physical appeal is vital, but emotional connection is much more significant. A strategically placed non-sex fueled touch conveys far more information than words ever could. It reads, "I see you, I care about you, and I want you to feel secure and at ease in my presence." Being present and making her feel at ease, understood, and wanted is more important than attempting to impress her or becoming a massage therapist. The important thing is to focus on the intention behind the touch rather than just the physical contact. Mental exercises for a sharp mind won't work if you're merely following the steps, but she will sense it if you're actively present and paying attention to her response. One of the best Stoic philosophers is Marcus Aurelius. Don't waste any more time debating what makes a good man. Be one. Don't overthink it. Don't make it strange. Just be present and allow your behavior do the talking. This is the brutal reality. The majority of males never take the time to comprehend this idea. Because of this, they continue to be among the 99% of men who have trouble with emotional intimacy. However, in a society where the majority of men rely on surface-level interactions and rapid fulfillment, the men who do establish enduring relationships that women will never forget. This type of deliberate approach is uncommon, but if you get the hang of it, you join the select few men who have a better understanding of what women want. Let's now reveal 2 confident and respectful flirtations. Proceed to the art of respectful flirtation, or a hidden mirror. The majority of guys misinterpret flirting. They either overdo it, coming across as desperate and demanding, or they suppress their fear of making a mistake too much. In actuality, women enjoy flirting, but only when it is done with assurance, tact, and deference. An effortless flirt makes a man stand out because he generates an exhilarating vibe without exerting any pressure. The goal of flirting is not to impress her with phony jokes or too flattering remarks. It's important to keep things light-hearted and interesting. Consider it as a dance that you lead. She follows, but you shouldn't feel pressured to join the movement. The most effective method for doing this is to tease in a light-hearted and enjoyable manner. For instance, you could reply, "Really, that's the best you've got," if she mentions that she likes a particular kind of food. "You have obviously never eaten my food." It's a subtle challenge that fosters a spirit of light-hearted rivalry while keeping the discussion engaging. More significantly, seeking approval is not the goal of effective flirting. You lose your edge the instant you put in too much effort to impress. Women are attracted to men who can joke about without seeking approval, and who are confident in their own skin. Stoic philosophy can help in this situation by fostering stronger social ties. Instead of flirting to win a woman over, a high-value man does it because he likes the exchange and never becomes overly needy for her answer. Body language and eye contact are crucial. A well-timed pause, a slow nod, or a confident tight grin are more powerful than any pickup line. Words alone cannot create attraction. Presence, enthusiasm, and confidence are necessary. When you flirt with the correct attitude, ladies notice it right away. Is your flirtation hurting because you're enjoying the moment, or are you doing it to impress? You'll see how attraction changes in your favor if you can grasp this. The third secret is that caressing her hair at the appropriate time fosters a bond. The third is the influence of caressing her hair. The majority of men just ignore this, yet ladies adore it when a man touches their hair when it's appropriate. One of those seemingly inconsequential little acts that can immediately evoke strong feelings. However, if, when done incorrectly, it may seem clumsy, forced, or even invasive. The secret is to comprehend why this works. One of the body's most delicate regions, the scalp is home to many nerve endings that can cause intense emotional reactions. A delicate touch applied to her hair in the right spot can convey strong but subtle messages of closeness, trust, and attraction. The hidden message it communicates is more important than the physical experience alone. I see you, I'm with you, and I can sense your energy, yet this is where most men make mistakes. They either complete it quickly or mechanically without any genuine connection. Touching her hair behind the action isn't meant to be playful. Mindlessly, it's about establishing a moment of intimacy. Imagine this. At the perfect moment, while you and her are sitting there talking, you gently move a lock of hair out of her face. When carried out with confidence and purpose, that one action speaks louder than words ever could. It's all about timing. Managing finances in retirement is not something you do right away or until you've developed a strong emotional bond. It works best when she is already at ease with you, when there is warmth and chemistry between you, when she leans in slightly, or when she grins in a way that begs for intimacy. That's when you know the time is appropriate. From a Stoic standpoint, presence and awareness are essential because the worst thing you can do is push it when she isn't ready. This relates to emotional intelligence and self-control. Stoicism helps us stay in control rather than letting desire rule us by teaching us to interpret situations without behaving impulsively. This implies that you should connect at the appropriate time rather than just because you feel like it. Therefore, don't undervalue the impact of a confident, purposeful touch on a woman's hair the next time you're with her. and the timing feels right. It's one of those infrequently used small gestures that creates a lasting hidden 4. Secret number is affected by the delicate force of a hand on her back. 4. The public hand on her back. This may appear to be a minor, inconsequential gesture, yet it actually conveys a lot. When you walk alongside a woman or assist her through a crowd, a small, assured touch on her lower back conveys a powerful message of safety and leadership. However, 9% of males simply disregard it or aren't sure if they should do it at all. Women require subtle, instinctive cues that a man is grounded, present, and capable of leading rather than overt displays of masculinity to feel secure. Without saying a word, you can convey that you are in charge of the situation when you put your hand on her back in a composed, confident manner. It's more about demonstrating to her that you're present, aware, and leading with quiet confidence than it is about controlling or dominating. However, this is where most males make mistakes. They either do it in a way that seems forced and out of character, or they pause too much, making the situation awkward. When done properly, this is about presence rather than possessiveness or the need for approval. The contact is gentle, yet purposeful, fleeting, and deliberate. Just enough healthy lifestyle practices for longevity enable her to sense it and take in your presence in a seamless and organic way. Imagine this. As you move forward to open the door for her, you're strolling side by side toward a restaurant entrance. For a brief while, your hand rests on her lower back, just enough to propel her forward without causing her to falter. She is subtly reassured that she is with a man who moves with confidence, the power of intent and self-mastery from a Stoic standpoint by this moment of quiet leadership. Intent is closely related to emotional presence and self-control. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one, Marcus Aurelius reportedly stated. A Stoic man only exhibits strength, understanding, and quiet control. He doesn't look for validation for his deeds. You are not looking for a response when you put your hand on a woman's back. You are exhibiting presence and leadership. This calm assurance is captivating in a society where many guys are either too shy or too combative. Being adept at this delicate yet effective approach distinguishes you as someone who knows how to defend her while balancing strength and compassion. Subtly, protecting a lady does not mean rescuing her or serving as her bodyguard. Even though women are strong and independent nowadays, they still value a man who gives them a sense of security, standing by her side in an awkward circumstance, providing silent, unquestionable support, making sure she gets home safely without making a huge production out of it, and keeping calm and steady under trying circumstances are examples of tiny, consistent acts rather than large gestures. A Stoic man avoids unnecessary panic or escalation. He watches, evaluates, and reacts with cool accuracy. As the legendary Tito once stated, what matters is not what happens to you, but how you respond to it. A woman feels genuinely comfortable in your presence because of this emotional stability. The psychological power of gently bringing up a dream and implying that a lady has been on your mind can forge a strong emotional bond. I had the strangest dream about you last night, for example, can pique interest and curiosity. Keeping things natural and light is crucial. Perhaps, I don't remember all of it, but we were sitting in a cafe having a deep conversation. It felt really nice. This gently conveys a sense of ease and connection free from demands or expectations. A Stoic, the power of positivity in aging. Man recognizes that attraction is about creating a pull rather than chasing, so he lets his innate curiosity draw people in instead of begging for attention. The subconscious allure of a neatly trimmed beard. A beard is more than simply a fashion accessory. It has an unconscious impact on how women view you. According to studies, bearded males have historically been linked to qualities that arouse primitive attraction instincts such as strength, maturity, and protection. Beards have historically been worn by leaders and warriors as a sign of sagacity and fortitude, but upkeep is essential. A well-groomed beard conveys discipline and self-respect, but an untidy one can indicate negligence. According to Marcus Aurelius, just as your thoughts shape your inner world, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Your outward look is a reflection of your level of self-control. By using these tips with ease, you've now discovered 7 important secrets that most men don't know. Little yet effective things you may do to change how women see you. Prior to intimacy, the power of touch forges an emotional bond. Respectful flirtation makes you appear assured and in charge. When you touch her hair at the perfect time, a subconscious chemistry is created. Putting your hand on her back in public conveys a sense of security and subtle authority. Being there for her in the little things fosters comfort and trust. Bringing up a dream involving her piques interest and arouses feelings of intrigue. Your macho presence is enhanced by a well-groomed beard. Presence of confidence and self-control. The secret is not to coerce these actions. Self-awareness and presence assurance are the foundations of attraction. Allow these realizations to organically grow into who you are. Place a gentle hand on her back as you stroll beside her. When it feels correct, give her hair a playful touch. Gently bring up a dream. The more effortlessly the discussion flows into final thoughts and conclusion, the more powerful it seems. Going beyond beauty to become a better man, these secrets accomplish more for you than just attract ladies. They make you a better man. Presence of confidence and self-control. Make a lasting impression in all facets of your life, not just when dating. Women are drawn to guys who possess calm power and purpose control. A stoic man moves with confidence, remains rooted in his principles, and allows his presence speak for itself. He doesn't look for approval or pursue anything, he just is. Real attraction is about how you present yourself at all times, not about using tactics. The question then becomes, will you follow the 99% of men who ignore these subtle yet effective behaviors, or will you put what you've learned into practice, improve your appearance, and join the 1% who genuinely get it? If you're prepared to begin putting these ideas into practice, act now. Stay strong, stay focused, and begin living intentionally. This is merely an instructional video.